Hi everyone, in this video of Accelerated Chess Dragon, we are going to be doing some tactical learning. This will be for any beginners out there who want to learn some good tricks to use in chess. If you want me to recommend some books that I think are good, they would be Chess Tactics for Champions by Susan Polgar, Improving Your Chess Tactics by Yakov Neistat, and The Chess Tactics Workbook by Al Woolam. They are good ones to start with. The tactic we are going to be starting with today is a fork. Now, what is a fork? A fork is a double attack one piece has on two or more enemy pieces. Here is an example of a fork. d4, knight f6, knight f3, c5, bishop f4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and here the first example of a fork, e5. Now, what this e5 move is doing is it's forking the bishop and the knight. And this forces white to play bishop takes e5, and now the second fork, queen a5 check. This forks the king on e1 and the bishop on e5, forcing white to do something like knight c3, and now queen takes e5 wins the bishop. Let's look at a few more examples. There are some times in chess when the fork is an obvious tactic you can find. Like, you don't have to do anything, it's just present in the position. Like in this example where white can simply play d5, and he's attacking both the bishop on e6 and the knight on c6. And after a move like bishop to d7, white will simply grab the knight on c6, and now he is up a whole minor piece. There are also other times in chess where at first glance there looks like there is no tactic, but there really is. Like in this example, where it looks like black has nothing. Queen d4 is going to be the obvious choice, but it's obviously ruled out after queen takes d4 check. So black must play queen to c3, not only threatening check and winning the knight, but also just threatening checkmate on e1. So if white were to play king to f1, black could play queen c1 check, forcing the king to go here, and then after queen b2 check, king f3, you would grab the knight on b6. And if you were trying to stop this with queen to d1, then you would run into queen c5 check, and after king to f1, queen takes b6, and black is again up a piece. There are also some times in chess where the fork seems to have a very strong effect, but it really has no effect on the enemy. In this case, queen d5 check looks like the obvious answer, but it can be refuted in three ways. Queen f7, rook bf7, or rook ff7. And all of these protect the rook on b7 from being captured by the queen on d5. So now that we've seen some examples on how forks can work, let's try to do some on our own. So in this first puzzle, it's white to play, and if you'd like to, try to pause the video and figure this one out. Okay, so the correct answer is rook to g5 check. And this works because it's attacking the king on g8, and it's attacking the queen on g3, mainly forcing queen takes g5, and after bishop takes g5, white is up 2 pawns, and he can easily win this game. This is the second puzzle. Once again, it is white to move, so try solving this. Okay, the correct move is queen to a5, attacking the rook on b8 and the bishop on b5. And finally, we've come to the third puzzle, and this is white to move, and if you, once again, would like to, try pausing the video and solve the puzzle for white. Okay, so the correct answer is queen takes f7 check, seemingly giving up the queen for a minor piece, but for a good reason. After rook takes f7, there is no longer a defender on the e6 pawn, and this allows knight takes e6 check, forking the king, queen, and bishop. And after king to h7, knight takes c5, grabbing the queen, and white is up a knight, and he can easily win this game. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions or feedback for me, please let me know in the comments section. and stay tuned for more chess.